Thank you. Well, hello there. And welcome to our little town. You know, folks, there are those who say that everybody's life is in the hands of fate, that all of our stories are already written, and we're just playing them out until we get to the end. Now, I don't know if that's the way it works in your little town, but here in our little town, well, that ain't the way it works at all. You see, folks, here in our little town, we know that life is nothing more than a series of strange coincidences, lucky breaks, and cosmic accidents. And the only meaning it has is, well, whatever meaning that you can find for yourself along the way. Now, here's how it works in our little town. Our story tonight concerns 6 people! Aren't they fabulous? Yes! Yes, 6 people! And I like to think of them as number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like the numbers on these here dice. And so, which one of these people will be thrown together in each successive scene as the story unfolds? Well, that's not up to them. And that's not up to fate. That's up to chance. You see, folks, before each scene of our story, I'm going to roll these 6 dice. And as it says right here on this legend, if a person's number were to come up on one of the die, they're in the scene. On 2 of the dice, they're out. On 3 of the dice, out. On 4 of the dice, they're in. On 5 of the dice, they're not only in the scene, but somehow, during that scene, they will become fantastically wealthy. Yeah. And if I roll 6 numbers, then the next time we see that person, they die. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Yeah, I know you do. You're all sick, mother. And so, 2 extra rules here. If I roll 3 doubles, all 3 of those numbers will be in the scene. And if I roll 2 triples, those 2 numbers will be in the scene. Now, I know this sounds like a lot, but don't you worry, you will catch up. Now, I do have one other die on the table here, this red one. And that's because our little town, just like many little towns, has our favorite places. The library, the park, the diner. And we have some private, personal places too. A kitchen, an attic, a dining room. Well, tonight our story will take place in 6 of those places, but not the places I mentioned already. Oh no! Tonight our story will take place in 6 other places. Some public and some private places. Can you guess what they are? Go ahead. I'll bet you'll get it right.
Water tower.
A water tower. That's very good.
Not conservatory with a lead pipe.
Bottom of a well.
So I heard water tower, and I heard a conservatory with a lead pipe. That's correct. What's another? How about another?
Cemetery.
A cemetery. Yes.
Bar.
How about a U.S. jail?
I heard a bar. That's right. We figured a bar. And how about 2 private, personal places?
Treehouse.
I heard a bedroom.
Closet.
Shower.
Closet. That's right.
Bathroom.
How are we doing? Thank you kindly. So, the 6 locations for our story are the water tower, conservatory with a lead pipe, a cemetery, a bar, a bedroom, and a closet. Well, well, well. Now it looks like it's time to begin. So please, sit back, relax, and let's take a chance on the roll of the dice. Who will be in our first scene? All right. I see we have one number 3. Number 3 is in the scene. We have one number 4. Number 4 is in the scene. We have 3 number 5s. Number 5 is out. And 1 number 6. 6 is in. So this scene consists of numbers 3, 4, and 6. And where will we find numbers 3, 4, and 6, I wonder? In location number 3, the cemetery.
I just can't get over it. It was such a sudden death.
Well, it just goes to show you, you can never be too. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's just that I just saw him the other day. And
I did too.
I've never been to a funeral for a raccoon before. Do we give a...
wear this little mask.
Well,
I mean, should someone say something?
I did prepare a little something.
Oh, go ahead, Judy.
Ricky, I really enjoyed you while you were here on this earth. I did not appreciate all of those times when you came up on my roof and pooped. But I forgive you, Ricky. And I'll miss you. And I hope someday you'll bring us a little Ricky.
May I go next?
Please.
Oh, little Ricky. You were like a son to me. I didn't care about you pooping on the roof. I thought those little fellows were cute. Just like you. And I'm going to miss you. Our little visits at night when you sat on the wire and stared at me. I just want you to know I loved you.
Excuse me, Jolene.
Yes,
Did you say that Ricky would come to the wire and stare at you at night?
Yes, we had a special bond that way.
Why, you little two-timing piece of... I ought to... First you come and use my roof as a toilet, and then you go visit Jolie.
Do not speak ill of the dead.
Ladies, please. Ricky, I'm not a very spiritual man, but, well, if there's a better place for raccoons to go, I hope you're in it, happy in that great big dumpster in the sky. I always appreciated the way you were able to eat out of my garbage cans without knocking them over. This is a small town, and over the years you've really made yourself a part of it, and you'll be missed.
Daryl, did you want to apologize to Ricky for hitting him with your truck?
Ricky? You were a great raccoon, but when it came to traffic safety, your skills were, well, frankly, a little lack.
Do not blame the victim here.
Fine. I'm sorry for running over my truck.
Well, goodbye, Ricky. Goodbye, Ricky.
Yeah, see you, Ricky.
Well, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Who knew a raccoon could be such an important character and figure in our small town? Well, goodbye, Ricky. Our next scene will consist of numbers. I have three number twos. Number 2 is out. 2 number 4s. Number 4 is out. But we have 1 number 5. That means number 5 will be all by their lonesome. And where will number 5 find themselves? At location number 4, the bar.
You think I'm upset that you're dead, Ricky? I'm not upset that you're dead. In a lot of ways, Ricky, I kind of envy you for being dead. You know what, Ricky? I often thought me and you were a lot alike. Kinda the outcasts of the town, you know? Slinking around at night, poking through people's trash, finding every once in a while a nice corn on the cob. Maybe an old bone to chew. And then when daylight comes, slink away, so the people in their ivy towers don't have to look down on us. That's right, Ricky. Me and you had a lot in common. Well, you found your way out, but I'm still stuck here, probably for another 15 or 20 years at least. But I'll tell you something, Ricky. I'm not gonna be slinking around much longer. I'm not gonna be chewing on old corn cobs from people's garbage anymore. 'Cause I have a plan. That's right, old Todd has a plan. A plan to put Todd on the map, Ricky. So you sit up there in your raccoon garbage dump in the sky, and you watch old Todd, because he's about to surprise you.
Wow. Wow, I surprised him all the time. Todd and Ricky were quite close. I wonder if Todd was the one who pooped on her roof. All right, well, let's see what Chance has in store for our next scene. I see 2 number 1s. Number 1 is out. We have 1 number 2. Number 2 is in. We have 2 number 4s. Number 4 is out. And 1 number 5. Number 5 is in. So our next scene will have number 2 and 5. And where will numbers 2 and 5 find themselves? Location number 1, the water tower.
And then, from right here, you can see all across the town.
It's beautiful up here, Todd.
Yeah, it is.
Are you all right?
I am all right. I brought you up here, someplace where I don't usually bring people, Ellen, because I've come to a determination.
What is that, Todd?
I'm gonna kill somebody. Careful now, I don't want it to be you.
I was hoping you'd say that.
You were?
Yes, I have wanted you to kill somebody for so long.
Ellen, I have been coming up to this water tower ever since I was a little no-good nothing, never thinking anyone would ever want to be up here with me. I thought of it as my private place.
No, Todd, this is our private place now. I wish that we had run over Ricky. I would have hit him so hard with my truck if I had one. I know it sounds harsh.
I think it sounds hot.
Does it? Didn't you want to kill Ricky?
Well,
Tell me how you would have done it. I'm already sweating.
Well, you know how my grandma lives in that big house with the conservatory?
Yes?
There's a lead pipe in that conservatory. I don't know why it's there, but it's been there ever since I've been a kid. And every once in a while, when I visited Grandma, I would sit there in that big old red stuffed chair she has. I'd look at that lead pipe, and I'd think, I could kill a raccoon with that.
Oh, my heart is beating.
Oh,
I'm so excited right now, I forget the edge. Oh my gosh, tell me more.
I never thought that I could find a soulmate in this world, let alone a soulmate who thinks killing is sexy.
It is so sexy.
Ellen, do you think you and I might be more than just conspirators in a murder?
Yes. Yes.
Yes! Yes, 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 she exclaimed. But who will be their victim, I wonder? We know it can't be Ricky. All right. I see. Number one is in. Number two is in. Number 3 is in. Number 4 is in. And 2, 6 is out. So this next scene will consist of numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And which location will we find them in? Location number 1, the water tower.
Oh, wow. Careful. Careful at the edge. He'll get you every time.
Ellen,
Yes.
thanks for bringing us up here. It's really up high.
It's really high.
And you said Todd is the one who showed this to you?
Todd brought me up here as our special place.
Todd?
Keith, you look a little too close to the edge.
Well, you see,
So
Peggy
close.
Sue.
Ellen,
Watch out. Oh, I get carried away.
I'm just gonna climb up here.
Keith!
You know, ever since Ricky died, I'm not afraid of death anymore.
His death put things in perspective, didn't it? Stand over here.
You all are acting crazy. I thought we were coming up here to just sightsee and maybe take some photos, but...
All I'm saying is that life is short and maybe you can't just take it easy. You know, Ricky, he lived a life. He climbed on rooftops, he ran across the highway, he stole, he bartered, you know, all kinds of nasty stuff. And I'm tired of living a good old life as Keith.
Keith, what are you saying? You're gonna go out there and get on somebody's roof and poop? That's not the way to live.
Well, not that specifically, maybe on a Thursday night.
Well, please don't make it mine. Now listen, Ricky was a special entity in our town.
He was, and he was killed. And that's why I'm establishing a neighborhood watch.
Where will you post the cameras?
Uh,
And where will the people be watching?
Well, if we get funding, we'll post it all across town. But I'm going to be there at night, patrolling the streets, looking out for danger, perhaps wearing a silly mask that looks like Ricky.
Now. I'm going to have them stay right up on stage there. I'm a little bit curious about why this raccoon Ricky was such an important figure in this town. And I'm going to have number 1 here, Keith, explain it to us. If I roll an even number, he will tell us why. If I roll an odd number, then he won't. Maybe we'll find out later.
Now, Ricky was very important to this town for reasons we all know and don't need to rehash.
But someday, I just wish I could hear it all again. Oh, not today though.
But I think
you should join me in my neighborhood watch while we'll stare danger in the face and we'll keep big stick, won't we, Ellen?
I'm right there with you.
So am I.
Well, you'll find me at night, patrolling the streets alone in my mask.
Yes, we will. The Masked Avenger. Will he be a lone avenger, or will he have the following of the rest of the town? Only chance will know. Only time will tell. All right. What do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? I see we have one number 4. Number 4 is in. We have 2 5s and 3 6s, so that just means number 4 is in all alone. And where will number 4 find themselves? Location number 1, the water tower. I promise you, the dice are not weighted.
Sounds like something we Don't let me deal with this man.
I hear voices out there. I think it's Ricky talking to me. Ricky! Ricky, I hear you. And I promise to protect your name and your reputation.
Now let's just try it this time. If I roll an even number, she will tell us why Ricky is so important. If I roll an odd number, she will tell us why Ricky is so important. I rolled an even number!
Was that you clapping at me, Ricky? Oh, Ricky, I'll never forget the day that I first met you. You were sitting on the side of the road with a piece of pizza, holding it with 2 hands, looking at me with a sly little glance. We had a moment. We exchanged energies. And Ricky, from that day on, you visited me every single night. Of course, you did use my roof in ways I did not appreciate. But a man has to do what a man has to do. And Ricky, you were the most important man in this town. That's right. I'll never forget the day that you saved Jolene's life. She slipped into the creek, and there you were, just hanging from a branch. Next thing I knew, she had lost her consciousness, and she probably doesn't remember this, but Ricky, I do. I saw you reach down with your little four-fingered hand. Oh, if only you had had a thumb. But Ricky, with all your might, you reached down and you picked up Jolene, grabbed her by the hair, and tore her wet body up onto the shore. And then you looked at me, and again we exchanged energy. I felt that electricity run through my body, and then you performed mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And Ricky, I never knew that raccoons had such luscious lips.
Neither did I. Well. Mouth to mouth from a raccoon, ladies and gentlemen, that's quite disgusting, if you ask me. Well, that sheds some light on Ricky, who likes to walk in the dark. Our next seed will have numbers 1 and 5. Just numbers 1 and 5. And where will numbers 1 and 5 be? Location number 6, the closet.
Todd, thank you for inviting me.
I don't want no one to know we're in here. My grandmother is out there in the conservatory.
Well, she has quite a spacious closet here.
She's very wealthy.
Yes, I can see. I like these
diamond-encrusted pumps here.
Try them on.
Grandma's feet are far larger than mine.
The better to walk on your head with.
I don't think they'll work for me. Listen, Todd. I suppose you saw my flyers all across town.
I suppose you think you're going to be some kind of superhero around here.
You know, in fact, do you mind if I borrow this costume she has of Wonder Woman?
Put it on. You know, Keith, I'm going to tell you something. It's exactly the reason I asked you to meet me here in this closet. I'm going to kill someone.
Todd?
No, not him. That tree.
Well, I'm glad that it's not a self-obvious situation. Todd, you can't be serious.
Well, I am. Look, you and I have been friends for a long time. You might even say we've known each other since we were 5 years old. I did this because we were actually 6.